We will continue to make sure that integrity becomes front, center, left, and right in matters of financial management. With the completion of this 10-story building, an investment of more than 1.4 billion, we see yet another bold step forward. This modern facility, designed to serve over 10,000 students, including 81 classrooms, 6 laboratories, and a 650-seater examination hall, a conference center, and a 416-seat auditorium, and much more. It is a symbol of ambition, resilience, and a deep commitment to nurturing future generations. Kenya has made enormous strides in expanding access to higher education. Today, our country boasts 80 chartered universities, 30 of which are privately owned, and one of them being this great University. Nearly 150,000 students are enrolled in private universities, representing about 23% of the entire university population. This underlines the critical role that private universities continue to play in complementing government efforts in education. Over the past 3 years, we have been compelled to undertake bold and far-reaching reforms to safeguard the sustainability of our universities and higher education in general. Not long ago, the subsector was in a serious crisis, with 23 out of the 40 public universities sinking into technical insolvency, threatening not only their stability, but also the future of thousands of students. We had a system that I had to take the decision to stop, of sending students to private universities when we didn't have the money to pay for them. And we accumulated debts in our public and private universities to the tune of 120 billion. Just imagine. And it sunk many universities. A university in this county, no, in actually Machakos County, was actually closed. Scott Theological College University, sponsored by my church, the church I go to. We had to step in to go and salvage it from closure. Closed for a year. And many other universities suffered. Public universities, as I have told you, 23 of them were technically insolvent. They could neither pay their staff, nor their suppliers, nor even pay as you earn, or even other deductions, including that time NHIF. And I apologize to University that we sent students here as government of Kenya several years ago without having proper arrangements on how they will be trained and educated. Through decisive action, we strengthened governance in our universities, restructured financing, and introduced the student-centered funding model, a game changer for higher education. Scholarships and loans are now awarded on the basis of need, ensuring fairness and equal opportunity for all Kenyan learners. University fees have been reduced significantly. Students now pay between 5,800 and 75,000 a semester, depending on their ability and program of study. University funding has nearly doubled, raising from 45 billion in 2022-2023 to 82 billion in this year's budget, while help loans have more than doubled from 17 billion to 41 billion. In general, we have enhanced the budget for education in the last 3 years by about 130 billion shillings. And it is because we believe that any nation, especially one like Kenya, where human capital is at the heart of transformation, must get its education right. It is the reason why we are deploying more resources to make sure that our education remains of good quality, accessible, and relevant. And that is the reason why we've hired more teachers, we've put more money in Higher Education Loans Board, and we have put more money in university funding. Already, nearly 470,000 students have benefited from scholarships and loans. The reforms have also restored financial stability, reducing the number of technically insolvent universities from 23 to 13. And even the 13, we are working with them so that in the next 2 years, we get all our universities out of the red corner. Public universities equally have been very supportive. They have raised 11 billion shillings through diversified revenue streams and saved 1 billion shillings through cost-cutting measures. So everybody now is sensitive about where the money comes from and how it is spent. It is the reason why we insist, and I have made myself very clear, that e-procurement is going to cut our costs by up to 40%. I have discussed this with many other governments. In fact, the government of Indonesia worked with us on the program that we have, so that if a pencil costs 5 shillings, government does not pay 15 shillings. Government should pay 5 shillings, because that is what it is. And I know there are teething problems which we are working on to make sure that e-procurement becomes the default procurement mechanism. That is the procurement mechanism of the government of Kenya. We will streamline the teething problems. We know there is also resistance by the brokers and the agents and many other profiteering entities, but we are going to stand up to them because it is our responsibility to protect public resources. The same way I just heard in this university that the resources made available to this university is spent with integrity. That is the measure of any success.